Saan nga ba napunta ang pera? May nagtanong sa akin na ganito, Mami En, kumikita naman ang negosyo ko, may sales naman kami every month, pero bakit parang walang natitira? Saan kaya napupunta ang pera namin? Alam mo anak, hindi lang ikaw ang nagtatanong yan. Maraming business owners ang malakas magbenta, busy ang operations at tuloy-tuloy ang customers. Pero pagdating ng end of the month, napapaisip at sinasabing, ang daming pumasok, bakit parang wala akong nakitang pera? I understand that feeling. Because in business, I learned that earning money and keeping money are two different skills. Pwedeng tumataas ang sales mo, pero tumataas din pala ang gastos. Pwedeng maraming pumapasok na pera, pero hindi mo alam kung saan ito napupunta. And sometimes, akala natin kumikita ang business because we are looking at sales, not what is actually left. Kaya kung masipag ka lang magbenta, nako anak, kulang pa yon. You also need to become marunong with your money. Now, here are 5 possible reasons why your money seems to disappear. Number 1, halo-halo ang pera. Number 2, lumalaki ang gastos kasabay ng sales. Number 3, walang tracking ng cash flow. Number 4, walang spending plan. And number 5, sales lang ang tinitingnan natin, hindi profit. Now, let's talk about these one by one. Number 1, hindi hiwalay ang pera. Hindi hiwalay ang business at personal money. When I was younger in business, I did not always separate business money from our personal money properly. Kapag may kailangang bayaran sa bahay, kukunin sa business. Kapag may personal na expense, minsan business account din ang ginagamit. Then, kapag may pumasok na malaking payment from a customer, feeling ko, okay, may pera na naman. Kaya later, nagtataka ako kung bakit kulang na ang cash para sa suppliers, sa salaries at saka sa mga business expenses. And from that experience, I learned something valuable. Money inside the business account is not automatically my personal money. May parte dyan na para sa aming inventory. May pambayad sa employees, may para sa taxes, para sa rent, sa suppliers, at saka iba-ibang mga obligations. And the business needs money to continue operating. Kaya today, I would tell an owner to start with one simple rule. Separate your business and your personal money. Have a clear amount for what you take as owner compensation. And when you take additional money from the business, record it. Huwag kayong kukuha lang kapag may kailangan. When your business and personal money are kept separate, it's easier to see whether your business is truly making money and how much you can safely spend. You also stop wondering why a healthy bank balance suddenly disappeared. Anak, hindi lahat ng perang pumapasok sa negosyo ay pera mo para gastusin. Remember this ha, kapag hindi hiwalay ang pera, mahirap malaman kung kumikita ba talaga ang negosyo mo. Number 2, lumaki ang sales, lumaki rin ang gastos. Lumaki ang gastos kasabay ng sales. Alam mo, there was a time when stronger sales made me feel that the business could afford more. Kapag maganda ang benta, mas confident akong gumastos. You add more inventory, you hire another person, you upgrade equipment. Minsan, may mga expenses din na dati pinag-iisipan mo muna. Ginagastos mo na lang nang hindi mo napapansin. And one by one, those expenses grow. The problem is, sales may go up, pero yung cost natin can grow just as fast or even faster. Kaya, at the end of the month, busy ang business. Maraming customers, pero konti pa rin ang natitira. That is why today, I would tell an owner, do not look only at how much your sales has increased. Check which expenses increased with them. Ano ba ang bagong gastos? Which costs have become permanent? And yung bang mga expenses na yon, did they actually help you earn more, serve customers better, or make operations more efficient? You see, not every new expense is bad. A growing business needs to invest, but every additional cost should have a clear purpose. Kapag regular mong tinitingnan ng expenses, mas mabilis mong makikita kung saan lumalaki ang gastos without giving enough value back. More sales can make you feel richer than the business really is. Kaya anak, habang lumalaki ang negosyo, bantayan, hindi lang ang pumapasok. Kaya tandaan mo ha, bantayan din kung gaano kabilis lumalaki ang lumalabas. Number 3, saan napunta ang pera? Walang tracking ng cash flow? One mistake I learned from my business was looking at the money available and assuming that I already understood the financial condition of the business. Kapag may laman ang account, feeling okay. Kapag mababa na, nagtatanong na, saan napunta ang pera? But your bank balance does not tell you the whole story. Money comes from sales. Then, money goes out for salaries, suppliers, rent, inventory, deliveries, and many mga maliliit na mga expenses. Kapag hindi mo tinatrack regularly, madaling mawala sa paningin kung saan talaga napupunta ang cash. Kaya today, I would tell an owner, do not wait until the money is almost gone before you start checking. Create a simple weekly habit. List how much money came in and then group where the money went. How much went to people? How much went to inventory? Magkano yung napunta sa operations? And magkano napunta dun sa mga expenses na hindi mo ine-expect? You do not need a complicated report to begin. What matters is that you can see the movement of your money clearly. Dahil when you track your cash flow regularly, mas maaga mong nakikita kung may problema na bago ka kapusin. And you can make better decisions instead of guessing from your bank balance. Anak, hindi nawawala ang pera. May pinupuntahan yan. It's only when you track it, saka mo malalaman kung saan napunta ang pera mo. Number 4, gastos muna bago plano. Wala ka bang spending plan? In my earlier years sa negosyo, there were times when I spent based on what seemed urgent at the moment. Ganyan ka rin ba? May kailangan bilhin, bibili. May gustong idagdag sa business, gagastusan. May magandang opportunity, papasukin. And because there was money in the account, feeling ko, kaya naman. Pero yung problema pala, darating later. May supplier palang kailangang bayaran. And payroll pala ay umapasok na, darating na. May inventory pala na kailangang palitan. And then suddenly, the money I thought that was available was already needed somewhere else. That taught me that having cash is different from having money you can freely spend. And today, this is what I would tell every business owners. Before the month begins, give your money a job. Know how much you need for people, inventory, operations, obligations, and mga planned investments. Tapos mag-decide ka how much can safely be used for other expenses. Hindi ibig sabihin, bawal ka ng gumastos. Ang goal ay gumastos lang with intention instead of reacting every time something comes up. You see, when you have a spending plan, mas madaling malaman kung kaya ba talaga ng business mo ang isang expense o kailangan muna nitong maghintay. You protect the money needed to keep the business running. And anak, huwag hintaying maubos ang pera bago mo tanungin kung saan dapat napunta. Remember, plan where your money should go before something else decide for you. Number 5, malaki ang sales pero may kita ba? Sales ang tinitingnan kasi, hindi profit. For a long time, I got encouraged whenever I saw strong sales. Kapag maraming orders, maraming sign-ups. Kapag mataas ang sales for the month, feeling ko okay, kumikita ang business. But experience taught me to look at another number. Kaya after paying for the product, the people, the rent, the delivery, the utilities, and other expenses, magkano talaga ang natitira? Because sales and profit, hindi yan parehong kita. You can sell a lot and still keep very little. And if you only look at sales, pwede kang maging confident gumastos because you think that the business is doing very well. Then, pagdating ng end of the month, magtataka ka, ang laki ng sales natin. Nasaan ang kita? That's why today, I would tell an owner, do not celebrate revenue alone. Know your cost. Know how much you spend to deliver what you sell. And regularly, check what remains after those expenses. Yang number na yan gives you a clearer picture of whether the business is truly making money. And when you understand profit, you can make better financial decisions. Sales tell you how much money came in, pero profit tells you how much the business actually earned. Kaya anak, hindi lang malaking sales ang sukatan ng healthy businesses. Ang mahalaga, after all the work and expenses, may natitira natitira ba? So think about it, okay? Kaya anak, kung malakas naman ang sales pero parang walang natitira, do not immediately assume na kailangan mo nang magbenta pa ng mas marami. First, find out where the money is going. Remember those 5 reasons. Number 1, halo-halo ang business at personal money. Number 2, lumalaki ang gastos na kasabay ng sales. Number 3, walang tracking ng cash flow. Number 4, walang spending plan. And number 5, sales lang ang tinitingnan at hindi profit. Sa masipag stage, your focus is earning more. More customers, more orders, more sales. Pero kahit gaano kalaki ang pumapasok, kung hindi mo naman alam kung saan napupunta, pwede pa ring walang matira. Sa marunong stage, you begin understanding your numbers. You know what comes in, what goes out, and what the business actually keeps. Sa maayos stage, hiwalay ang pera, craft ang cash flow, planned ang spending, and you know your real profit. And of course, yung gustong-gusto mong stage na malaya stage, you are no longer guessing every month kung may sapat ka bang pera. You have numbers and systems that help you make better decisions. Anak, earning more is only one part of building a healthy business. You must learn how to keep and manage what you earn. So, if your business has customers and sales, but you still wonder every month, saan napunta ang pera? You may book a free clarity call with my team. Let us identify where your money may be leaking and what needs to become clearer. The link is in the comment section. Always remember, let's be business-minded, Pinoy.